What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. Back again with your weekly horror recap. Before we dive into things, first of all, if you love the channel, if you want to support us directly, consider becoming a member. Join button directly below or at the top of the description. A link right there. You got a lot of cool things, man. Cool perks you can have, including names in the credits, help decide on future videos, exclusive access to videos, movie nights, exclusive live streams, all those goodies. Pick your tier. We have range from $2 all the way up to $50. Up to you, but every dollar does make a tremendous difference. It keeps the channel alive, yes, my friends. Other than that, everything you need to know, including Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Reddit, merchandise, all those goodies available in the description below. Go check it out. With that out of the way, let's dive into our topics of the day, starting off first with a Halloween cast update, Halloween Kills cast update. We just talked about Anthony Michael Hall coming back and playing, or not coming back, but coming in and playing Tommy Doyle, and the return of Tommy Doyle and how cool that was. And we discussed a little bit about what about Lindsay Wallace? Will Lindsay Wallace make an appearance? Maybe they're married. Huh? Who knows how they're coming back, why they're coming back, what role they will play in this film. But now, Halloween actress, the original Halloween actress, Kyle Richards, will be reprising her role of Lindsay Wallace in the new film Halloween Kills. It came with no other details, though. That was it. Just straight up, she was coming back. And I'm really curious how Brian Andrews feels, because he didn't get a comeback to play Tommy.
I don't know if they reached out to him or not. I don't believe he's acted since he was a child.
Yeah, so that's probably really the only reason why. Also, he's a funny-looking guy now. He's a little scary-looking. I think that may have something to do with it. But it is cool that they were devoted enough to the original Halloween that they brought in Kyle Richards to reprise her role as Lindsay Wallace. And like I said, who knows to what impact those characters will play in this film. We talked about maybe there's a funeral that brings them back to town where all these characters can meet in one spot and have a little reunion, or maybe it's something with Laurie being in the hospital that they go and visit her. It could be anything.
Yeah.
But it is interesting, to say the least, and it's a nice touch. Not many fans. Everybody knows Laurie and Michael, but how many diehard fans are there out there that will also know Tommy and Lindsay and be able to go into that story too?
Right.
It's exciting for fans like us.
Yes, definitely.
Moving on to our next topic, we're going to kind of put these together a little bit. Blair Witch and Madan, the Dark Pictures anthology, Madan just came out. Unfortunately, to pretty mixed reviews, and I wanted to kind of put our punch in there as well. Starting first with Blair Witch, just a short review here for both these games. A bit of a mess. Definitely, I would say, Bloober's weakest game to date. They're not the combat system that we were concerned about because they've never done it before. Wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Very buggy, and it just really does not add to the lore of Blair Witch like I wanted it to.
Yeah, it felt like a free Flash game that didn't have the rights, so they made it free.
Right.
And they just sort of made a game and said, "Oh, you know what? We could throw Blair Witch on it."
Yeah. It like. What little it does add to the story, it just doesn't really do enough to make it worth it.
Right.
Some people that are fans of the 2016 Blair Witch like it because of the lore it tells. And the game tries to expand on that, on the 2016 lore that they brought into play, but taking place in 99. And it's very hit and miss. It's a very messy game and definitely driven with a lot of bugs and a good chunk of crashes along the way. Is it worth playing? If you have Game Pass, give it a try. I think you might enjoy it if you have Game Pass, but I wouldn't throw out $30 for it. I think it's a little pricey considering what you'll get out of it, and there's no replayability really,
right?
And it's about a 5-hour game, and you're kind of done. So really, just
I mean, that's how Bloober's games are really. Layers of Fear 2 has the most replayability, and even that is not what you think when you think of replayability. Adds an extra hour.
Right. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy there. So I can't really say I'd recommend it. As for Madan, let's talk about that. Madan, if you haven't heard of it, it's basically Until Dawn 2. It is like very, very similar to Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Made by the same company, but this time not a PlayStation exclusive. It is available on Xbox, PS4, and PC. I hit it on PC. Let me say, starting to play this game, I don't know what it was, but it wouldn't stop crashing. Over and over and over and over again, it crashed.
So it was on Steam, and everywhere it said, hey, it's coming out Friday. It's coming out Friday. Thursday at like 5 p.m., we were able to buy it and download it. Or we were able to download it.
Yeah.
And the download took forever.
Yeah, they didn't really have any live servers up to actually pull and download that.
And nobody could play the co-op mode either. So, like, did they accidentally release it early? You couldn't even play it early on PlayStation, correct? Wasn't it locked until your time zone at midnight?
That was Xbox, where it was your time zone. PS4, it was supposed to be 9 p.m. Pacific. I don't know if that actually ended up working out, but I know for PC it released what felt like way too early.
Yeah, nobody could play co-op.
Yeah, so it started off very bad to begin with. It kind of, there are a lot of bugs. There are times where you're going, because it's very cinematic, right? And it's so cinematic to the point that it almost takes you out of the game some. Like when you're trying to walk, especially on mouse and keyboard, it was just weird and difficult, and you're constantly doing weird. And the thing is, I kind of commend them, and also are like, this was a mistake. They try to make the walking so natural that when you turn around, you do like a weird sidestep thing. So when you accidentally press the wrong way, which you do a lot because you're constantly changing directions and which way you have to go, based on the weird camera angles we have, that you're constantly doing weird, dumb-looking circles. As for the story, I think it's interesting. It is, for a good, long chunk of the game, it is a blatant ripoff of the movie Ghost Ship. I don't care what you say, there's no way they did not pull inspiration from Ghost Ship. Like, if you mean to tell me that nobody that was writing the script for Madan has not seen Ghost Ship, you're lying. There's no way. Interesting, though, because I thought the first trailers that we saw of it, it literally just looked like pirates. It felt like, what's that movie with Tom Hanks? I'm the Captain Now. What is that movie?
Oh, Castaway.
No, that ain't it. But yeah, so it felt like that. Captain Phillips, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It felt like that when I was watching the original trailers. I'm like, I don't really know if I'm digging this too much. But the actual gameplay, I will say, story that we got in the game itself was more fun and more entertaining than that original preview we saw.
Yeah.
It's just very buggy. Did not feel ready for launch. And I'm hoping in the future that they take some time to make sure that they don't have a bug-filled game. Definitely Until Dawn was superior to Man of Medan.
What are the odds that both Blair Witch and Man of Medan come out on the same day, and they're both buggy messes?
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know why they had to come out on that day. First of all, I don't know why August 30th was so important. But, like, it's really a shame for Blair Witch to go down with bad reviews, because it's just more horror games with big IPs not getting good reviews.
Yeah. Which,
in our case, as horror fans, is something we don't want to see, because we want more IP-filled horror games. We would like to see a Halloween... Yeah, good ones. We want to see a Halloween game. We want to see Predator be successful. We want to see those games be successful. And if you keep getting bad reviews, those film studios are already, leeryous when it comes to those things. And I doubt they will... they'll look into it as much if all these bad reviews keep coming in.
Yeah.
Especially companies that own the rights to multiple IPs, like New Line, for example, owning several IPs. That's like, you're going to mess that up. You keep messing up these games.
Yeah, they could just shut down and say all of our IPs for video games are off the table.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it for years. We've seen it for companies that completely avoid it. Stephen King did for a long, long time. That's all I'm saying. All right. But yeah, that's Man of Madan, that's Blair Witch. If you played them, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe you got a good kick out of them. Maybe you hated them. I've seen a lot of people hate them. So, next in the news here, the new Saw film, which I literally forgot about that it was being filmed. It just wrapped on production. Director Darren Lynn Bousman has announced that production has officially wrapped on the fucking ninth Saw film, which stars Chris Rock as a police detective investigating a series of grisly crimes. If you thought Chris Rock was shocking, it gets better. Samuel Jackson will portray Rock's father, with Nazim Contractor as a coroner who works closely with Rock's character. Dude, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, I love Chris Rock. I love Samuel Jackson. I'm for those actors, but in a Saw film?
It's just odd seeing, like, mainstream Saw film. It's weird.
Yeah. But apparently the film will offer fans worldwide a new amped up level of deviously treacherous traps, allegedly. Apparently a bunch of clues and edge of seat suspense is what I know. Chris Rock, that was his big thing, was suspense. Yes. When he wanted to go into this. Apparently, it's supposed to be terrifying. That's what it keeps being promoted. I'm calling bullshit. It won't be, but we'll see. And also at this time, there's no word if Tobin Bell will be returning to reprise his role as our one and only Jigsaw, or how canon the film will be. We're not like it's being promoted as the ninth Saw film, like it's been talked about a lot as the ninth Saw film. But is it a reboot? Is it a remake entirely? Are we just starting over? No clue. I'm assuming they are going to bring back Tobin Bell if they're smart. He's got a big name now in this franchise.
It's Chris Rock's story, correct? It was his story, and he's a producer. You would think that he, had this story because he's a fan of the series and would want Jigsaw, would want Tobin Bell in it.
Right. At least that voice. That voice is too iconic now.
Right.
To not have it in that mix. But we won't have to wait too long to get to see this film. Saw, this new Saw film, will open in theaters May 15th of 2020.
Kicking off the summer.
Yeah, which is also kind of a good sign that it's a summer film.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's got everything in its favor. It's just weird to me, but I'm for it. I think it's going to be exciting. I don't know. I trust Chris Rock. Chris Rock's done some great things. I like Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson usually picks good movies.
Let's just hope that it's not what people dislike about Halloween 2018 overloaded.
Correct.
Don't be too much comedy that it takes away from the horror, the suspense that everyone loves about the Saw franchise.
Yeah, I agree. I'm for it though. I'm hoping for the best here. Let's move on to our next topic of the day: Evil Dead 2. The board game. We've been overlooking this for a while. We did back this. It's officially on Kickstarter right now. You already, if you are a longtime fan here, not of us, but just of Evil Dead 2, you probably already heard about this. A while back, Evil Dead 2, the board game, already did a Kickstarter, raised a fuck ton of money, and not a single one of those orders were fulfilled.
6,100 backers.
61? That's a lot.
For $722,000. They took and gave nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Never fulfilled an order. So now, Jasco Games, who based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, are coming back. This is a completely new company, had nothing to do with that original Kickstarter, but now they are partnering with Evil Dead 2, making this happen, and anybody that did order from that original Kickstarter will also get a copy of the game if this is successful, if this campaign is successful. There's only 13 days left. So at the time you see this, there's 12 days left. So if you're interested, there's only there's two options now. There's a graphic novel option, and then there's just the board game itself. That's it. $59 for the board game, which, by the way, is not that bad for a full board game. Officially licensed board game of Evil Dead 2. It's really exciting. I feel bad for everyone that didn't get their order from way back when. So I want to see it successful. That way, those guys can get the game that they bought forever ago.
Yeah.
Currently, they're trying to raise $195,000. Right now, they're at $67.3 thousand. So they got quite a ways to go, which means they could use all the support that we could offer. So go check it out. Link in the description to that Kickstarter page. I'm excited for it though. I want it to be successful because I want it. Like I said, I backed it. I bought it. I want it.
Yeah, they worked with the IP holders for Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And they got the information of the old backers so that they can fulfill those rewards.
Yeah.
Which is very hard. It's hard to do that with, money that you really don't have.
Yeah, they're going to have to make 6,000 more copies of the game for free.
Right.
Like that, they're not getting that money.
But it's noble. It's, assuring. They obviously love the franchise enough to want to do this for everyone.
Right.
So really hope it gets funded.
Yeah, and I promise you, if it does, we will play the game on the channel. So
yes,
make that happen so we can do that. All right, let's move on to our last topic of the day, American Horror Story 1984. Finally got an official trailer. I have yet to see it. Nick has yet to see it. We sat on it for this whole time. Everyone keeps sending it to us. Like, Jason, it's Friday the 13th. Like, I'll wait till Slashacast. I want to see it, though. So I'm really excited for this. Hopefully it's as exciting as everyone has made it sound. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do this live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. And react to it right now.
If it feels Feels good. Go with it.
Oh, Peter.
I got a gig as a counselor at a summer camp. They're opening up a couple of hours from here. You guys should all come.
Desperate for some estrogen in this crew.
Sounds fun, but
My cousin told
fucking
me
want a
that the
van
dude
like
they're
that.
looking for slashed her throat.
Jesus, can we shut up for a second? The cops are gonna find him, right?
It's gonna be a non-stop party, okay?
Look out!
You say you found him in the middle of the road?
Not exactly.
He was by the side of the road?
Why don't we give our nurse some space? Come on, I'll show you all around camp.
And this is Chef Birdie, a Camp Redwood veteran.
Nothing but good memories about this place.
That's awful.
What in the name of God is going on?
One of the patients broke out.
Who?
Mr. Jingles.
What happened to Mr. Jingles?
This is the site of the worst summer massacre of all time.
Rita, I totally understand the tradition. Our friend Brooke here had it for real, and we're not in the mood for some ghost story.
We're all gonna die.
Well, that was sick. It is.
Everything I want.
It's dude. What happened to American Horror Story? Like, if you've seen the first like 5 seasons, like that is not American Horror Story. It is just completely changed. But I dig that. That's sick.
I mean, slashers are our blood. Man.
It looks like Loki looks like the fisherman from I Know You Did Last Summer.
Yes.
So that's just kind of cool too to mix it in that 80s
Yes.
world. Emma Roberts, no fucking clue that she was in it. Because I do not keep up with American Horror Story very well. I had no idea she was in it. So that is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I love watching her. I think she's just great. She fits in that horror genre well, and she fits in the 80s well.
Oh man, that was dope. I mean, summer of '84 is great. I mean, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Taking place in '85. Stranger Things 3. Like the '80s is coming back.
It's coming back. Yeah, it's on a big. We're on that. What I've noticed about nostalgia, and this is like, there's like studies about this shit, but usually it's like 30 years. Like every things that happened 30 years ago now become the new things that come back and are big again. So we're right on that edge there when it comes to 1985-ish. We keep seeing 85 making that way into our world again. High-waisted jeans are a thing again.
Yeah.
Everything's coming back.
No, that trailer was so cool, and the posters and pictures that they've been putting out.
Yeah, they're sick.
Awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's got everything that I like. You have the what am I trying to say? Like the fucking urban legend vibe to it, which is cool with Mr. Jingles. You have the Friday the 13th vibe to it, being out in a summer camp like that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre van. I mean, they're running all over those classic slasher films. I'm all for it. I'm excited for it.
Yes.
But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you seen the other... This is the 9th season, so have you ever seen the other 8 seasons of American Horror Story? I've seen 5 of them, and they started to lose me. I love the first one, and it just it quickly started falling off for me.
I've only seen the first couple episodes of the first season, but like I'm gonna binge as much as possible before. I mean, of course, they're different stories.
Yeah, it's an anthology series. At the end
but
of the
I definitely
day.
want to get the vibes of what the show is about, and then you throw in this slasher thing. There's no way we don't love it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But that is going to wrap up today's episode of Slasher Cast, all the news that we found worthy this week in horror. Let us know your thoughts, comments below about all those topics. And if you made it this far into the episode, say something about something. Nick, what should they say something about?
Give us a Saw quote.
A Saw quote. That's interesting. But it can't be, I want to play a game.
Nope, can't be that.
Avoid that one, please. Anything else. All right. With that, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And, of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.